Hello, friends. It's Jules coming to you from my home outside Chicago. Wanted to give you a quick little garden tour. I guess we'll start at the front of the house. So we have 2 flower beds in front, actually 3. There's one in the corner there, which we'll come to at the end. But this I plant with petunias. And then I have 2 hibiscus who haven't started to flower yet. Hopefully it'll be soon. And a Julia Child rose in the center. I also planted some gladiolas and some other bulb that my mom gave me. I can't remember what they were. We have all these bushes which have always been here. And I don't know what they are or what to do with them. And then we do have weeds back there, which, I need to pull those because they are starting to seed. That's a problem. These boxwoods a couple years ago froze during the polar vortex, and we trimmed them. The landscaper trimmed them. I had hired a one-time landscaper to do some cleanup. And they gotta go. They just looked awful. They're too big. They were too big, and then we cut them down, and I don't know. Something's got to be done. Anyway, that's a project for another time. These are Stella de Oro lilies. Then I planted this lavender last year, and it's a perennial, so it came back this winter. We have this sedum. We have those suckers, which I need to take up from the tree. Meant to do that today. I guess I didn't. This sage I planted last year. It is amazing. It's huge. Planted that little peony. Then I have some zinnias and 4 o'clocks. I had some cosmos in there, but I took them out because they did not make it. I bought this guy last week. Need to plant him in. There's some solar lights my husband's going to put out. And then this is a Queen of Sweden rose. Then coming towards the front of the house, we have my strawberry tower. 3-tier container with strawberries. I think I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 plants in here. So they're kind of doing amazing. But the front of the house, I have a container that I put together with some coleus and I think a daisy, but nothing's blooming right now. Again, more boxwoods and geraniums. And I have 3 dahlias back there. 2 of them are tall. Then this one over here is a little shorter. I also had some sunflowers back there, which were supposed to grow 4 to 6 feet tall, according to the Home Depot tag. But I think they are a dwarf variety or something, because they have not grown more than, actually they haven't grown at all. And I deadheaded them, which means I think I topped them basically. So much for that. This is a lemon tree that I planted up this year. I'll have to find out what to do for him for winter, bring him in. This is my arbor, and so this is my arbor, and I have David Rose Strawberry Hill here, and a new one that these were bare roots a couple months ago, but a rabbit or somebody took all the leaves off, so I sort of caged them up, and it's doing much better now. This section of the garden also has a dahlia and lavender. There is a little baby peony here, but he's not doing well. And there's another dahlia here that never really took off. Well, I guess you probably can't see with all the weeds, but there is a dahlia there. Then my little path takes you to the side garden, have cucumber here. The side garden is one of my 3 vegetable gardens. So I had peas in there that I just took out because they're done. I just planted some zucchini, oregano, watermelon, climbing up this vine. Climbing up the trellis. Beans, kale, dill, which has already flowered. That's probably done, but I'll leave it for the butterflies. I have onions down here. I have a pepper plant, parsley, and then cucumber and beans. The cucumber, we've already had 3 cucumbers off it, and there's a couple more coming. Then these beans seem to be starting to flower, so hopefully we'll get some beans. This second garden is a 48-inch round felt bag, and we did have a critter eating on the side. I covered it with duct tape, but apparently it didn't hold. So I think that's the last year for this grow bag, but it's served us well for a couple years. In here I have 4 tomato plants. I have a Gardener's Delight cherry, I have a beefsteak tomato, a Japanese black truffaut tomato, and then a little Cherokee purple. I also have some carrots and some jalapeno peppers. Oh, and some basil that is bolting. Back here I have a tower with beans in it, pole beans. First time I've tried this. Don't quite know how to handle that, but it's doing its thing, I guess. And then I have this Roma tomato, which looks awful. I don't know what's going on with those curly leaves, but there's quite a few fruits, and we'll see if they turn red. Pink knockout rose, and that's about it. We have some shrubs over here and a whole little garden area that I need to weed and figure out something to do. That's going to be next year's project. It's our back patio. We do have this nice circle with some sort of maple tree in it. That's always been here since we bought the house. We've lived here since 2016, and now it's 2021, so I guess it's been 5 years. This area in back is new this year. Another garden bed, and I just mulched today. Weeded and mulched, so it's looking pretty good. I did have a deer problem, so I put up deer netting and this little gate. So let's try this out. One-handed. Oh, here we go. Okay. So in this garden, I have way too many tomatoes, and they kind of split vines, and I've got all sorts of things going on. We went on vacation for a week and came back, and it had rained every day we were gone. So we had a tomato explosion. But so far everything's looking pretty happy. I've tried to prune the leaves down near the soil level. But we have Gardener's Delight cherry, a Celebration hybrid. We have 2 Cherokee purples in the back right, and then this is a Japanese black truffaut and a beefsteak, and then another Cherokee purple in this bed here. Grow bag, and then a Celebration in that grow bag there. We have little Jimmy Nardello peppers, so I started those from seed, and somebody came and ate them, a rabbit or somebody. So I had to restart them, and I don't know if they're going to make it this year or not, but I've heard that those are very tasty peppers, so I definitely want to try them. This grow bag has cherry tomatoes, the Gardener's Delight, and it is not well. It has whatever blight or whatever they get. And so I've had a couple tomatoes off it. Some of them are starting to turn, so I hope they make it before I don't know. We'll see how it does. I have zinnias over here also, and a little 4 o'clock. I planted these peonies in the spring, and they have not been happy at all. They seemed happier that week we had all the rain. So we're on kind of a slope, and they must not get enough water that stays. It must just drain out. That's a dahlia. Got ate by rabbits, but seems to be doing better now that the netting is up. The back side of my little garden here has the cantaloupe that seems to be doing well. Here's a fruit. Look at that. I have to tie him up and see if there's any more in there. These are Cherokee purple tomatoes. I bought one Bonnie plant from Meyer, and the other Cherokee purples I bought from Burpee that were mailed to me, and I'll have to say the Bonnie plant is doing much better. It has way more tomatoes and kind of was bigger when it started. This, I have a zucchini here and a yellow summer squash here, and there is a squash on this plant that I'm going to take off in the next couple days. I fertilized this today. Hopefully it has enough nutrients. I know it's probably not too good of an idea to put 2 heavy feeding plants in one grow bag, but if I fertilize it, hopefully it will work. Here's a little echinacea. Started that from seed. I have marigolds and a teepee with some sweet peas. Some of the sweet peas are obviously pretty much done, but I have one that's flowering and the scent is amazing. We'll see. They're still green, so I'm leaving it there. Russian sage I planted last year. I'm surprised it's not bigger and bluer yet. Everyone else's seems to be, and I don't know what's going on with mine, but that's what they are. This is a mammoth sunflower. Seems to be doing okay. And then this is a busy bee sunflower that is not doing okay. Probably gonna take that out. I don't know what it has, but it's not doing well. All right. Okay, so back outside of the garden, the rest of this back flower bed has a 9-bark, and then these crazy candlestick things that I got from my friend Irene. She was leaving them on the curb, and I rescued them, and I put some fake stuff in them that we had around the house, and I don't know. I kind of like them. I have sunflowers over here. I had 3 of them, and one got eaten. This one snapped during the tornado. Woodridge had a tornado a couple weeks ago, and luckily wasn't near our home, about a mile away, but we did have quite a few high winds, and I'm very lucky that all I lost was half a sunflower. I have a little heuchera in here, and rabbits keep eating him, so I put this over it until he gets bigger. A lot of weeding to be done back here. Same old story. Not enough time. Beautiful magnolia tree. I think it's a dwarf magnolia of some sort. Then we have my husband's bird feeders. We have these crazy pine trees that are just awful, and I mean, I love them. I love the look outside the window when we're up on the 2nd floor, but they're not well. This is a moonflower that I grew from seed, and the idea is to get him to go up this lamppost, but he's got a ways to go. There's our fire pit. And then we have our palm tree, which is my husband's pride and joy. He wants to live someday where there's palm trees, and well, I guess we are living where there's palm trees. Here's the back of the house with the patio. The neighbor's house. So, hydrangea, I'm not sure the variety. I imagine it's some sort of limelight. Cut this back every November or so, and it goes crazy, does its thing. Need some ideas for this east side of the house, which does not get a lot of sun. Maybe put some lily of the valley there or something. We do have this big blue spruce, which I love. It's probably my favorite tree. Out the front bedroom window. It's so pretty in the winter with the snow on it. I don't know what these big bushes are, but the landscaper told me to leave them, so here they are. This is actually a flowering lilac. It has those white flowers and smells so good. I think a Japanese lilac, if I'm not mistaken. And we also have this big Austrian pine, which is the same pines as in the back. Again, I guess they're not suited to our area. I didn't plant them. They were here when we bought the house, but they'll come out someday. I have some things to plant over here. I do have a lavender in there, a little rosemary. I planted some zinnias, and then I bought echinacea, a sedum, and two, I can't remember what they are, pink annuals. And then we're back in front. Let me see if I can give you another shot of this crazy pine tree. It actually provides quite a bit of shade, so that one section of the flower bed is more shade than the front. This is the south side of the house. So I guess that's that. Thanks, everyone.